Hello and welcome to a Times special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. We build monuments for soldiers, but who remembers the spies? Those who wear unsuspected disguises, who stare at terror without blinking. They surrender their names to history's shadows so that others might walk in light. A Thirukkural verse indicates that spying has existed since the beginning of civilization. To learn about some of the most celebrated spies in history.
The Operation Absolute Resolve captured the Venezuelan president in a 30-minute maneuver. As the world is stunned by this development, my thoughts went to something that will probably be never known. Without well-planted spies in Venezuela, this would have never been possible for US. Spying is as ancient as the first whispered secret, as old as the first kingdom that feared its neighbor. Egyptian scouts moved like raids through the enemy camps. Sun Tzu, the 5th century BCE philosopher, writes in his book Art of War, "Empires rise and fall not by the prowess of military, but by whispered intelligence. Whether the object be to crush an army, to storm a city, or to assassinate an individual," he wrote, "it's always necessary to begin by finding out the names of the aides, servants, doorkeepers through espionage." 2000 years ago, Thiruvalluvar gazed into the heart of warfare and saw the same truth. In Kural 585, he captured the essence of the perfect spy in verses that shimmer with ancient wisdom. Kadaa, Uruvodu, Kannanjaadhu, Yaantum, Ugaamai, Valladhe, Otru. Of unsuspected disguise and all unfearing eyes, who lets no secret out, or the trusted spies. When I watched Dhurandhar, a recent spy movie, its sequence where strategic brilliance collides with brutal actions awakened a deeper reverence for those valiant knights who work in darkness and shadows, unnamed and uncredited, who die without gun salutes or state honors. We build monuments for soldiers, but who remembers the spies? Saraswati Rajamani was 16 when fire entered her soul. Netaji's call to the Indian National Army rang through her privileged world, and she, with 5 other girls, joined his army. They became spies in British households, dressed as boys, taking menial jobs that rendered them invisible. They served tea while empires schemed, and they listened. Every scrape of intelligence flew back to the INA headquarters. Each girl carried a gun with a single instruction: if caught, end your life yourself. And when one of the girls was arrested but was unable to kill herself, Saraswati walked into a military barrack as herself, a teenaged girl, drugged the officer on duty and vanished with her captured friend. Police bullets tore into her leg as she fled, but pain was merely another shadow to move through. Not every tale glitters with such dramatic rescue. Kashmir Singh went to Pakistan on a mission that swallowed him whole. Caught by their intelligence service, he spent 35 years in the prison, 17 of those years chained to the same post in the lightless cell. Ravindra Kaushik achieved what intelligence agencies dream of. He became a deep cover agent planted within the Pakistani army itself. Raw trained him, shaped him, sent him across the border, where he rose through the enemy ranks to the position of a major. Imagine the discipline that was required. Imagine the constant performance, the loneliness of never being yourself, until the mask slipped one day, until he was caught. He was tortured, sentenced to death in Pakistan. He was erased as thoroughly as if he had never existed. There are legends too that slip through the cracks of classified files. Ajit Doval, now our national security advisor, once crossed into China itself to negotiate with the Mizoram Liberation Army chief who was there. The chief had 7 top commanders. Whispers suggest that Doval had already befriended 6 out of the 7. And then there is Semat. We don't know her real name. Perhaps we will never know the real name. Harinder Sikka's Calling Semat, brought to life in the Bollywood movie Razi, tells of a 19-year-old girl asked by her dying father to become the bride and a weapon simultaneously. She married into a Pakistani military family and during the 1971 war passed intelligence so critical that it saved the INS Vikrant, our aircraft carrier, from destruction. But such salvation demands sacrifice measured in souls. She killed a servant in that house who grew suspicious. She killed her brother-in-law who questioned too much. She returned to India carrying her Pakistani husband's child, a son who would grow to serve in the Indian army. These are invisible warriors Thiruvalluvar honored, those who wear unsuspected disguises, who meet terror with unfearing eyes, who guard silence as sacred trust. They surrender their names to history's shadows so that others might walk in light. We may never know them, but we breathe free air because they chose to suffocate in darkness.